Welcome everyone to this installment of the Straight Edge Game Room. It's been a while, but life has been getting in the way, and I've run into some technical snafus while recording a Famicom Disk System game, so that review is in the future. In the meantime, let's look at Entex Space Invader by Entex Electronics. Let's dim the lights and get right into it. Where am I? Here I am. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Please forgive the ambience of the AC unit behind me. It's summertime here in Phoenix, Arizona, and man, we're nearing triple digits again. But in any case, we're going to play Entex Space Invader, not Space Invaders, plural. Nowhere on this unit does it say it's licensed by Midway or Title, so I'm not sure on the full story of this apparent knockoff. So how's the gameplay? Well, it is kind of monotonous, but you have to consider that games from the early 80s and late 70s, especially handhelds, were very limited in what they could do. So you gotta be a little bit forgiving. This game is mildly entertaining, but it does feel like a cheap attempt at riding in the success of a very popular arcade game. And being that this is a high score game, the only replay value is to beat your previous high score. And the only versatility this game offers is a slightly higher difficulty. The game has a fluorescent hum to it that reminds you it's from the early 80s. To some people it might just be white noise, to others it just might be downright annoying. The real annoying part is when you get a game over, the game goes ape-spit and keeps making this noise until you turn it off. Alright, I got a game over, I get it. Alright, it's that time again. You know I like to do this. Let's take a look at the unit itself. This thing was made in 1981. I know that because it says so on the back. And if you don't have the instruction manual, don't worry, the sticker has the instructions right here on the back. But honestly, this game is pretty self-explanatory. So you move your little vessel to the left and to the right with these two buttons. These are your difficulty switches. AM, I guess that stands for amateur. Flick it up and it's pro, which is a little bit faster, and we'll demonstrate that in just a bit. Off, on, and mute if you want to play that game in the back seat of the car without your mom and dad yelling at you to turn that racket off. Here's your fire button, and there's the AC or DC input. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I know it's an electrical plug if you don't want to use batteries. It takes 6 AA batteries, and I don't know what is it with this game that it sounds like it's got asthma. But I've messed around with the speaker. I tried to replace it, but it didn't want to work with a new speaker, so I put the old speaker back on. But in any case, the buttons work just fine, the switches work, and the gameplay is just fine. There's your scoreboard. This game is nothing but lights and templates. It gives the illusion of animation with each different cell having a different position. It's kind of hard to explain, but let's go back in the dark and play it again and you'll see what I mean. So yeah. Thank you, Mr. Monge. That certainly was of academic substance. Don't quit your day job, sir. Well, here I am playing the game on Pro. As you can tell, I'm not doing so hot. It is kind of difficult to play this game while watching it through the camera. All limitations considered, this game came out at a time where there were better options. Even in the early 80s, you had the Game & Watch games, and you had a few handhelds that were available at Radio Shack, so this was a game that you probably were better off skipping over. Though I do like the way it looks and feels, I think you should step over this game unless you're a die-hard collector and just like to collect these for fun. And if you do find it out in the wild, it won't set you back a whole lot. But there's nothing terribly special about this game. Though as subpar as this game is, it's better than anything ever produced by Radica. Well, that about does it for this episode of the Straight Edge Game Room. Thanks for dropping in. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, reference my video catalog for past episodes, and if you want to see future content, hit that subscribe button. Who knows, you guys might just help me quit my day job.